Vacca tu ma he machine ma vornin og ma vochalin. Vacca tu ma he machine is a dul she's on board.
Joyce's ideas of Dublin remain fixed in 1904, and there are a number of reasons for that. One, of course, is the fact that this was the year in which he eloped with Nora Barnacle, subsequently to become his wife. And they met in a wonderfully Joycean way, a kind of casual encounter on the street.
There's nothing left to pawn. They're drinking out of jam jars as it is.
It can't be that bad.
How would you know? You never come home anymore.
We're coming home. Anything will be going further away.
It's true then, what Stanley says. You're thinking of leaving Ireland.
Stanley even knows what I'm thinking now, does he?
Take me ready if you go, will you?
I'm going nowhere.
You had everything, Jim. Any other brother would help his family.
I have to go now, Eva. I'll call up to the house later. I'd say you're not from here. Are you up for a visit? I could show you around Dublin.
Sorry, Philip. I have to work.
You're from Galway. Where would you say I'm from?
I don't know. Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah, you're like a Swedish sailor with your blue eyes.
They're very short-sighted.
Swedish sailors are.
No, my eyes.
Oh, I'd say they see all they want to see.
So I can't show you the city?
I'm well able to show myself the city.
Tonight, I could meet you.
I'm busy, sure. I work in Finn's.
Tomorrow.
Working then, too.
Right.
Wednesday I can do a swap.
Yes, all right. About 8:30.
Yeah, where?
Well, I'll collect you.
No, don't do that.
At the corner of Merrion Square, so. Do you know it?
The canal. There's a seat near the bridge.
Good, grand. I'll see you there. Oh, and my name's James Joyce.
Hey, James Joyce.
What?
Don't you want to know my name?
Oh, God, sorry.
Nora Barnacle.
Nora. Good. Like Ibsen.
What? What's Ibsen?
I'll see you Wednesday, Nora.
He would send her a school copy full of questions, the sort of thing, go up to Eccles Street and find out if a man 5'9" tall and weighing 11 stone 4 pounds could lower himself over the railings into the area in front of number 7 Eccles Street. How many trees are there in front of the Church of the Star of the Sea in Sandymount? All of these sort of things. And Aunt Josephine was, like most women of the time, she was a very devout Catholic. She didn't really approve of she didn't approve of Joyce's writing at all. But she always did whatever, she loved him, and she went out and tried her best to give him the information he was looking for.
Well, I'll tell you the book I've chosen as my favourite book, and it may make some people's hearts sink because it's a book that is associated with difficulty, whereas in fact it should be associated with joy. It's the novel Ulysses by James Joyce. It is, to me, the most perfectly written book, or perhaps the second most perfectly written book in the English language. It may be that The Great Gatsby is as perfect, word for word, just in terms of English, but Ulysses is deeper and richer and wider and is comic, whereas The Great Gatsby is a tragic novel. And I think all great art is comic art. because comic art is about joining. The last word of Ulysses is yes. In fact, the last 3 words are yes, yes, yes. It's the most affirmative book. As you may know, it's the retelling of Homer's Odyssey, the great first epic, really, after the Iliad, the greatest story ever told. And it's told in one day in Dublin on the 16th of June. And instead of Ulysses, this great Greek hero, there's this little Jewish man called Leopold Bloom and his wife Molly. And it's the search for a son he never really had, in the same way that Ulysses searches for his son in the original. It's hard to explain because every chapter has an organ, a colour, a sense. The language is developed to a pitch of modernity that, as I say, some people find difficult. I have no idea what it's like in Dutch. I can't imagine how you would translate it. But if your English is good enough, read it, and you'll be astonished by how beautiful it is. And it's a book like no other that you can return to again and again and again and again.
And finally he came one day to show me this little review, and he said, you see, this is now being completely suppressed, and my book, as he pronounced it, will never come out. So he sat there with his head in his hands, and I said to him, would you like me to publish Ulysses? And he said, I would.